Namaste everyone and welcome to the Spake Satguru Sivananda. We are back again with another quote of Guru Garu, and Nana here is going to explain us. I always keep saying Nana because he is my father, but he is Professor Y. Sudarshan Rauji. He is former ICHR chairperson, Indian Council for Historical Research, HRD Ministry, New Delhi. But he is my dear Nana. So I keep saying Nana. I have never introduced him, but that is his introduction. Now, I will share the...
And who is Hema?
Hema Yella Pragada is also, she is a historian and specializes in Indian princely states. There you go.
Okay.
But we are doing sessions now in these spiritual ones. But later on, we have got...
Not exactly spiritual. Not exactly spiritual. Yeah. About our life, about our goal of life.
Yes. Yes.
So that would be all right.
Yes. So what we also have few plans to do Indian history videos as well. We have been doing, it's a different channel, Indian history channel, where we have been doing for children and for adults. But we have few things in pipeline. Do look out for them. So coming back to the topic, to thus say Sadguru Sivananda, you say that there is God, then how can you worry even if you face a small difficulty? It means that the foundation is loose and you cannot build anything upon it. Faith in God and worry cannot coexist. Right now, I am with God. There is no question of his coming and saving me day after tomorrow. Such should be one's faith. A person who has such a faith does not suffer from a suspense-filled future. He clearly sees that God is perfectly capable of destroying his ignorance right now, and that he has enough stock of Jnana. Nana, over to you.
Thank you, Hema. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Andariki Namaskaram. And today's quote is also surprisingly is connected to the other 7 episodes that we could talk about. And it is directly related to the yesterday's quote. Yesterday's quote was asking us to see into ourselves. One has to look into himself. Then what could he find in himself? Where can he find what is expected in inside? And what is its nature? So all these things yesterday, we had some idea. We could gather some information here and there, and then we could discuss about it. Most of the things what we are discussing here, what I am able to tell you, is a result of my personal discussions with him at a different context. So most of the understanding that I am trying to give to you is not my understanding. It is my Guru's understanding. Perhaps I may be failing here and there in exactly passing his understanding to you because my intellect works here and there. That may be a lacuna in this, but still I'm only trying to remember myself what and how I could spend some time with him on these issues. So the present quote has so many points to be taken care of. The thing is, the first point is You say that there is God. Yeah. We all say that there is God, barring a few, maybe communist-minded people or Marxist-minded people, or some other Gnostics. Even in our Indian tradition also we have some sects which are Gnostic, Charvakas like that. So these people were there here in Bharat or also elsewhere. So leave about Gnostics. The rest billions of population now we have, most of them believe in God. They say, at least if they do not believe, but they accept that there is God. So this is our belief. We call the religions also faiths. We call the religions by name faiths. What is faith? Faith is that you believe it. You believe the God. So when we believe the God, and he is omnipotent, this we have discussed yesterday, he was omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient, he knows everything about us, about not only about us, about the whole Brahmanda. He knows about it. And he is present in the Brahmanda itself. And the whole Brahmanda is run by him. All the energies that we are finding around, right from the sun down to the water and the earth, everything has energy. So he filled all these parts with his energy. So he is omnipotent. He is omnipresent. He is everywhere there because he made this Brahmanda by himself, by his sankalpa, and he entered into Brahmanda to run this Brahmanda and also to help the souls evolve. So this also we have yesterday, in the previous episodes, we have discussed this matter. Then now when we say that now we should not have any doubt about the existence of God. So God is definitely there. And in the last episode, he also reminds us that God is not anywhere, everywhere, maybe everywhere, but he is also within you. He also said, as much as he is in you, as much as he is in me. So no more, no less. So God is with everyone, samana. So he is equally with everyone. So that when we say, we are not just saying God is there, like any other faiths. But here, when we say now that there is God, we have enough brief with us to say that God is here in me. My problem with seeing God in me is that, I'm not able to see him in me, in myself. That's the reason I'm also not able to see God everywhere. God says that he is everywhere. Then God also says that he is in you. So he is in me. So God being in me, I'm not able to recognize him. So what are the problems with this? Of course, that would be a important point of discussion, which may come elsewhere. But here, you say that there is God. Even we say that there is God, and with faith, we have the faith. Not only saying God, we have faith. We say we have faith in God because we know what is God, the characteristics of God, and potency of God. Everything we have heard about it in the last 7 episodes. So after that, when you say that there is a God, why should you worry about a small problem that creeps up in your life? Why should we worry? Because even worry is also part of God. Those who are also doing something against your will and hurting you, they are also God because God is there also. So when God is everywhere, something is done to you, nothing to be worried because it is God. Okay, but even then, you have the problems. We have the problems. We have so many problems. So when he is asking us to look into ourselves, that is one phenomena of our life. So we have to look into ourselves. And this quote takes us out of our inner self. Now, this is the outer world where you are living, you are interacting, and you are receiving the results, and you have to pay somewhere. So all this lana, dena, everything is being done in the outer world. As far as the inner world is concerned, okay, you can go into your Hridaya Guha as we discussed yesterday and look whether it's possible to find if there is somebody, maybe a God, maybe a guru, your guru, or maybe something else, or the whole Brahmanda. You can also look into from that small guha, the cave, which takes you inside. So this is all yoga. In yogic world, you can look into yourself and find out what is there about the entire phenomena. But here, you are not a yogi. You know that there is God within you, but still you have not recognized him. You have not seen him. You did not have a darshan of your guru in your heart center. So you have to deal with the entire world. You have not run to the Himalayas, sat there, because there are no trees also there in the Himalayas. Only Himam will be there, in the caves may be there. You will be sitting there silently and watching what is there within you. But here you are interacting with the world. So while interacting into the world, you may come across so many problems. So what is the problem? Why are you getting these problems when you are in the world? You might have come to into this Brahmanda. We don't know what we have done, but we are brought here. From where that we discussed in the previous episodes. So we have come here, we are now evolving. And we have become human beings now. After becoming human beings, after so many births, we will get the idea of going or inquiring into yourself. So before that, what you have done with your buddhi, the limited jnana that you have in all previous births, so much has been done. And there is a very, very high, big stocks of the karma phalas that you have earned before. So these things will be guiding your personal life. That's what our Hindu philosophy or Bharat philosophy says. Because God, when he has sent you, when he comes, he doesn't have any punya or papa. He is not concerned with that. He is free from that. So he has given you this birth and then all the facilities of Brahmanda and everything you can enjoy. But there is a buddhi. With this buddhi, what you have done, for that, I think you will have to pay. So here, when the problem comes, but after all these problems, now we are in a mixed feeling. Now we know that there is God. But again, we feel that there is a problem. So when you have this shubhecha, when you have this faith that there is God, you leave everything to him, your problems, your entire thing, your good and bad, leave to him. That's what in Bhagavad Gita Krishna says. Now, of course, you cannot wait till your karma vanishes, because that karma won't vanish. Because even while you are experiencing your karma, you are doing some more karma. So what our elders would say, that there is a sanchita, the one which is gathered through so many births. Sanchita is there. So that is a very heavy load. You cannot carry it in your lifetime. So you have taken some prarabdha out of it. Small thing that you could experience in this life. A small portion of sanchita. So this is prarabdha. With this, you have come here. So you have to experience these things. But while experiencing these things, you are also doing some more. You are committing some more. So this is going to be for your future. So you might have spent some prarabdha here, but you are doing something for the agami, oncoming, ongoing. So with that, that would go again, join your sanchita when you have left this body. So now, when you really believe in God, you should understand that these problems are always there. They will slowly, no problems would stay for long. All problems have to go away as the night has to give way to morning. So this will definitely happen. This won't be there for long. Maybe up to this life. Next life, I think you might be free. Whatever it means, that we cannot imagine, that we cannot estimate. So here, when you believe in God, when you believe that what all has been done by you, so now you need not worry about it. For any problem, you need not worry about it. Even if you worry, nothing is going to happen. The only thing is that you pray to your God and see that, please save me, or please lessen this, but please remove these problems, or lessen the problem, or give me enough strength to face this problem. You can take any amount of energy from him. As at the end he says, he has a lot of stock of jnana. As a lot of stock of jnana, he has a lot of stock of energy. So you can ask him to give enough, what you call the energy to face any problem, to be brave to face the problem. So these two things are there: experiencing it, ask him, so that you may not feel about it, you may not be very anxious about that. So here in this episode, in this quote, he is going to tell us how we should live. So these things you cannot remove by yourself. You have to depend on God. You believe in God. Then when you are believing in God, you should not worry about anything. It means if you are worrying still, he gives another sentence. That means that you believe in God, but you have some doubts within you. So that is, your foundation of faith or the belief is loose. The foundation is loose, and then the superstructure may not be strongly built. So that has to fall down. So you first have a strong foundation of faith. Often Guruji says a small story of a small girl. Hema, a small girl. In
Yes.
their village, there was no rain for several years. And all the people are more worried. Even drinking water is also scarce. And then one elder man, he came and said, no, there is nothing to worry. You please do some abhishekas, Sahasra Ghata Abhisheka to Rudra in the temple, in the village temple. He will give you the rain. Then everybody, has collected some water as much as they could, and they were preparing to go to the temple. And in a family, a small girl is there, some 10 years or 5 years girl was there. And she was not coming out along with their parents. They are calling her to come and join. But she is still searching for something inside. Then parents ask, why, what are you searching for? Then the little girl said, oh no, I am looking for the umbrella. She says, I am looking for an umbrella. Why? Because if you are doing Ghata Abhisheka, I think the rain would come and then I would be drenched. So I am looking for umbrella. So everybody laughed at her. But she got the umbrella and followed them. So Ghata Abhisheka was over and everything was performed well. And they started to go to their respective houses. In the meanwhile, before they go out of their temple, there was heavy thunderous rain. And everybody had to drench to reach their homes, except this little girl who carried umbrella with her. So that is the faith. Guruji always says about this, about the faith, how strong your faith should be. That, if you ask for anything, so that is done, that's all. As much faith as Kameshwara, Kameshwari, Midhuna has. The moment that it has not come to their memory, but even then, before that, in the split of second, the whole Brahmanda is there. That should be the faith. So this kind of faith has to be built up in ourselves, in the heart center. Must have that confidence on your faith. So Guruji always says you should have faith in your faith. Double faith. Faith in your faith. Otherwise, your faith, maybe, sir, it may come today or tomorrow. At least in 1 week, I think you may get a rain. So this is not the way. If it has to come, it should come. So that is the faith in faith. This story, most often he was referring to us. And then
he also said that the faith of the little girl is what actually made the rain,
you are right.
fall on that
because
day. Yes.
The others, the parents were doubtful.
Yes.
They wanted, because the elderly man has said this and they are doing that. Let us see what happens. But they were not confident that it would happen. Only this little girl had. So what Guruji says, Ishvara reigned only because of this little girl, because her faith should be strong.
Yes.
Her faith should be answered. So that was the situation. Do we have such faith? I don't know, as a passing episode, Deva, let me select this exam, this interview, and then let me get some job. Okay. Whether God gives you or not. What happens when something had happened and you could not get the job? So you say, if I got the job, I break the coconut. Why? Why don't you break the coconut and ask him? So this kind of business-like things, they are only commonly said, commonly believed. We all believe God, but that as much that He gives us. So we are not believing God that He gives us. So that should be your belief. And there is one more thing, because when does He give us? But because here, karma theory is not working here. Karma theory is only when you stand to yourself. Of course, that would be coming, that would be going with you. But you are now believing God. Have faith in God. And where is this God? He is in Vaikuntha? Is he in Kailasha? Or is he in Satyaloka? Where is he? Or is he in Indra, in Indraloka? No. Because our God, whom we believe, is there everywhere. That again we are saying. We say that He is everywhere. He is in you, He is in me, He is there. Okay. So when He is everywhere, then why should you wait that for some time to come? We have one beautiful story in Bhakta Potana's Bhagavata, wherein Guruji always referring to this. He is not there because this Bhakta is foolishly thinking that God must have been busy in his Vaikuntha. God will be busy in his Vaikuntha. Let us see what happens in Vaikuntha. Hema?
Oh,
should
yes.
we post this
yes.
story to the next episode?
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Nana. And sorry for the technical difficulties. And see you again next